A lot of you have heard a lot of rumors about me and a lot of different stuff going on. And Anthony wanted me to take just a minute and tell you what's going on in my life. And I appreciate that because I don't think that Christians have any greater weapon than prayer. And so I want you to know the true story. Last June, I was in the studio. Scott Fowler and I with the Cathedrals, we own a recording studio in Nashville. And we were cutting a record for some people. Well, they used to be called records. They're CDs and tapes now. But we were recording for some people. And we'd been in the studio about 14 hours that day, 12, 14 hours. I was pretty tired. And I reached back to rub some of the tension out of my neck. And when I did, I noticed a large lump on the left side of my neck, about that big. I knew it was not normal. And as I kept probing around, I found 4 more, smaller ones. We were getting ready to go on the Singing at Sea, the Bahama cruise with all the gospel groups, and so I couldn't go to the doctor. 2 weeks later, I went to my family doctor, and we started treating it for everything, infections, mononucleosis we were looking for Epstein-Barr. We were looking for anything that we could find that would cause those lumps to be there. To make a long story short, we ended up doing a needle biopsy, and the first Monday in August, I was diagnosed with cancer. And you never realize how it's going to be for you until you hear cancer and your name in the same sentence. I'm sure that in a group this size, there are probably people here who are also battling it. So you know exactly how I felt. I felt so helpless and weak at that moment. We immediately started praying. That was on a Monday. By Friday, I was in Houston, Texas at MD Anderson Cancer Center, one of the top cancer centers in the world. I didn't know. I'm ignorant. I'm from Arkansas. And I didn't know that... I didn't know that you weren't supposed to be able to get in there by yourself. I didn't have a physician refer me or anything. I just got their number, called them, said, I want to come down. And as I look back on it now, I see God's grace. Anyway, I was there Friday, went through 2 weeks of every test known to man and some only known to animals. And by the way, if you've ever got an afternoon and you just want to do something fun, go down and get you a bone marrow exam. That's a lot of fun. And it's a good way to spend a Monday. I had 2 of those one day. The end of that trip told me that I had not lymphoma like they thought, but I have what's known as chronic lymphocytic leukemia. They call it CLL. There's no cure for it. Usually you live about 10 years with it, and then something as simple as a head cold kills you. It's not the leukemia itself. You become so weak. I began to pray, and people started calling. My phone burned off the wall. I'm on my 2nd phone now. People began to call me and tell me they were praying, put me on their prayer chain. And I want to tell you something. What I have just told you are the facts. But what I'm getting ready to tell you is the truth. I believe you have facts. The doctors say I have cancer. That's a fact. But the truth is, by His stripes, I'm healed. It's not exactly It's not been exactly, I'm pretty private. It's not been a private thing, though. It's been a public thing. And I really believe, not because of who I am or not because that I deserve it, I deserve hell, but because of grace of God, I really believe not only is it going to be a public disease, I believe it's going to be a public healing. And I think it's going to strengthen faith. And I'm of good spirits, let me tell you. Don't worry about me. I'm feeling great. The other night we were setting up the sound system. Those of you who know me well know that I'm a klutz. I tripped over the floor, just right there, nothing. Just tripped, fell. Turn around, Ernie and Scott's getting ready to make fun of me. I said, don't make fun of me, I'm a cancer patient. And I'm writing a new song. It's called I've Got Cancer, but Cancer Don't Got Me. Anthony and I want to play a song for you right now that means a whole lot to me right now, because when I am healed, and I didn't say if I was healed, I said when I am healed, because there's only 2 ways out. There's either the healing of my body and I live another 40 years, or either there's the healing of my soul and I go on to heaven. So when I'm healed, it'll be because of the leading of the gentle shepherd.